What's going on, everybody? I'm Aaron.
I'm Katie.
And today for Thrifty Thursday, we're making our very own candles. So what we're using is these scented wax cubes to make our own candles. Each candle we make will have 3 different scents to it, so it kind of mixes together and makes this awesome, you know,
custom smell.
Like custom smell. Like, so as it burns through layers, it'll eventually make like a, you know, awesome smell that we think symbolizes us. So what we'll need is those scented wax cubes, a jar. There goes your magic Mimi that we were playing with behind the set. We finally learned how to use them, by the way. They're not that great still. But anyway, you will be using one of these little custom jars, a soda can for melting our wax, a pair of kitchen shears. You'll need that for cutting your string, which we'll be making into wicks. And we'll even show you how to make your own wick. So, and
that has nothing to do with
has nothing to do with this. So anyway, let's go ahead and get everything finished, getting it set up, and when we come back, you'll get to see us working in the KBG kitchen.
Ooh.
Yeah. Change
of scenery.
Oh yeah. So, scene change. Okay, so your first step is you want to take probably about 3 tablespoons of borax to 1 tablespoon of salt, and boil you some water like you did whenever we did the slime. So let's go ahead and pour that in there. This is a Pyrex bowl, by the way. Make sure you use a bowl that can handle extremely hot temperatures. So I may have used... Okay, so basically what we're making is we're making a simple solution here that we're going to be making our wicks with.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you're at home, do not use sharp knives to stir your objects.
Thank you, Katie. So, yeah, I didn't have a... No, I did have a spoon. Never mind. I just grabbed the first thing that came to mind. So once you get that nice and stirred up, and dissolved, it's going to probably steam up the camera a little bit there, ladies and gentlemen. We can go ahead and take our stirring utensil there and put it away. And then you want to take your strings, just kind of let them soak in there for a couple of minutes. So when we come back, we'll pull them out and show you the next step. Alright, so now we've got our wicks, which have been soaking now for about 24 hours. Alright, let's go ahead and let them kind of sit. You just want to kind of pat them dry a little bit. Not much, just enough to kind of get any excess moisture off of them. Then after that, you want to hang them and let them dry. So what I like to do is I like to hang them from here, just because that's got that hook there and it'll hold on to it. And then we're going to let them dry, and when we come back, they should be ready to start waxing. Okay, so our wicks have dried, and now we've got them tied off to our pop tabs. You're going to use a soda pop tab. You know, basically the tab on the can that you use to open the can. I call them pop tabs. I don't know what they're called actually. But then you want to take a candle, you know, just a simple like tea candle will be good. And you want to just take the wax off, or take the wax out of the metal part of it, and dump it into there. And the reason we're doing that is because when we... Oh, wrong way, almost messed up. But you want to chop it up in small bits as you can. And we're using Coke cans. I don't know if you've noticed that, or soda cans in general. You know, down here everything's Coke. So basically why we use the can is because it works as a double boiler and we don't dirty up dishes with wax. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn on my handy dandy oven here to probably about a 3 or 4, you know, if you want to, you can use. And you just want to set that into the water, and in a few minutes when we come back, we'll show you the wax melted and all that fun stuff. Alright, so now we've got our wax melted. Katie, if you'll come in and take a good look at that for me.
It's going to steam it up.
It's okay. There we go. Now I'm going to dip the entire thread into the wax and then try to pull it out. I don't think I was supposed to hold it in there any longer, but if I need to, I'll hold it in there for a few more seconds to let it kind of bond. Alright. And after that, just let it kind of hang. I'll drip all that excess off if I can. There we go. Let's see. And then just hang it like that. And then we'll do the same for the second one. If I can get it out from under the jar there. And I'm going to let that drip right there onto that paper towel that's down there. Let that sit for a few seconds. And the cool thing about this is that can is not going to get all that hot. So I'm going to cut the heat down just a little bit just because I don't want it to start boiling. We're getting close. I'm seeing a lot of bubbles in there, so.
Yeah.
Alright. So, as you can see, let that drip. Then it'll hold itself kind of in place, and then move our stuff there. And now we've got to do the same thing. Now we got to let those kind of hang for a minute, and then after that we'll start making our, we'll start melting our waxes. Okay, so as you can kind of see here, our oils are starting to melt. Mine are over on this side here. And Katie's are over on this side here. Katie went with a floral bouquet, whereas I went with more of a spice and musk.
Man.
Yeah, the manly man scents. So I'm making mandals, she's making candles. So now we'll come over here to what Katie's doing, which is, Katie, if you'll explain, since you're the...
I have to do my usual, and it's not ready yet, but hot glue.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hot glue the tabs.
And you want to kind of get them in the center.
This one,
it's kind of bent, but we're probably going to be using less than that. I mean, as you can see, what I'm holding up here, that's not what we're going to be using. So Katie, what we want to do is we want to try to hot glue it here in the center if possible. Is our hot glue gun working yet?
No.
Alright, so Katie's now putting in our hot glue into our jars. I'm going to try to get as close as I can so you can see that. Well, there it is.
Doing this.
The glue stick's not working?
Yeah. There we go.
There we go. Alright, so the first thing she wants to do is she wants to take the pop can, or the pop tab, and just kind of push it into the center there.
I get something to push with.
Yeah, there's a stick right here.
Perfect.
Use that to kind of push that and hold it in place. And then you want to glue around it just to kind of make sure it stays in place.
Yeah. I'll make sure it's down in there first.
Yeah. And then once we get that situated, we're going to pour our wax in there, and that'll hold the wick straight for us. So one of us will have to hold. Well, basically, I'll have to hold as I pour, or you'll have to hold as I pour. Well, one of us will have to hold as we pour. And sorry, folks, if I seem to keep jumping away from everything. You got a glue stick stuck to your arm?
Yes.
Did the wick just pop off, or no? Never mind. I see it.
It fell.
Again, these wicks are not going to stand up completely straight just because of the fact that the wax is very.
Got some fur in there.
That's okay. A little bit won't hurt. So after we get done with this, we'll come back and we'll start pouring our waxes in. Okay, so right now we're getting ready to pour our waxes in. So I'm gonna start with.
Which one are we?
This is going to be your candle here, Katie. So let me go ahead and try to pour this in place. Set this down gently, and it's going to be hot. So I need to find something I can use to pour, something I can use to hold the candle, or hold the can with, if this will work. It's a little bit stiff, so just need to tilt it. So here we go. And you just want enough to make 1/3 of the candle. So that's it. That's almost. Let's go ahead and just dump the rest of that in there. And there we go. So let's go ahead and get your next color in there, Katie. You've got your choice of dark pink or light pink. Well, we got to let that cool first.
Yeah.
So put that back on a simmer, and I'll go ahead and pour my first color in. which will be this. I'm going with this blue first. Because as everybody knows, I love the color blue.
Find a hand thing. Hand cloth.
No, this will be fine. So.
Ooh.
There's my first color there. So now that we've got our first two colors done, we have to let these cool and solidify, which won't take long. And then when we come back, we'll show you the final products. Okay, as we said, when we come back, we'll have the finished product. Well, the reason why is because it takes so long for each one of these layers to set. And as you can see, mine is kind of uneven. I don't know about yours, but I mean, they still look nice. This is not an expensive project to do. I mean, each one of these scent packs you can get from like 94 cents to $2 depending on where you go. And the jars, they come in like a pack of 7 for like, I think $10, maybe a little more. The yarn, you know, it's not that expensive, but I mean, Katie, yeah, yours looks really nice. Now, they're still a little soft, but you know, will these things light? I'll test mine out, and if you don't want to test yours.
You can test mine.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, that's...
There you go.
Yep, there you go. Ready?
Yep.
It's a pretty strong lighter there.
Yeah.
There we go. And as you can see, because we used... That's what happens when you use the yarn. It will make a large flame. However...
Way larger.
Yeah. Yours actually turned out probably a little better. I probably had a little extra yarn in mine. And there's the borax and salt popping too, so... You know... They work.
Oh, it
so
smells so good.
Oh yeah, I'm already starting to smell yours. Yeah, I mean, these work amazing. Don't put candles up to your face, by the way, especially if you got facial hair. What's wrong?
I have a gap.
Oh, you do?
My levels.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't set evenly, or if it tilts, it will leave a gap. I'm not seeing a true gap in mine, so I think because I used a flat bowl to put it in. I'm just gonna go ahead and blow mine out. And that smell. But these are cool little gifts you can make for somebody, or you know, make for yourself. It smells good in here now. But anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought about this episode today, and let us know what you'd like to see us do next.
It smells like a man and a woman perfume shop in here.
It does. It kind of smells like a Ren Fair. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.